Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Pretty green right now. Oh, there we are. Oh, there we go. There we are. There we go. Okay.
This might be an in and out show today.
It might be.
We're not sure.
Let's hope not.
It was an off and on show last time.
Yes, it was.
Mostly off.
Mostly off, yes.
Mostly off.
Yeah, we had a little trouble with our last show.
We did. Let's hope this one's better.
Yeah, right.
The same people have come back, though, so thank you for coming
Yes.
back.
They're gluttons for punishment, I think is really what they are.
That's right. Only uphill from last time. So
I think the tickets were discounted today.
they were.
I don't know. I heard we had our most viewing audience at the last show than we've ever had. So
We probably did.
It was the best show they ever saw. That's what they said was what we were hearing from people.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
since we couldn't broadcast it, so
No, we couldn't.
May 24th. Can you believe it?
Yes. Whew.
Lisa, we're still reeling from the 2 Saturdays here of
I know.
events, right?
Boy, we've
So,
had some great events.
Yeah, it was great.
Yep. And then we'll be gearing up for June.
I know,
More
right?
great events to come.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. We gotta
Yes.
first. We got to get to the most important thing:
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Trivia.
trivia. We
Trivia.
got to do trivia first. So
So the 1960s we're still celebrating, and Dick Witt had the trivia for us this month. The winner will get a bottle of wine. Please share, Ken.
It's a Portal. It is a Porto wine.
where do I?
Yes. Any port in the storm. So here it is, right here. Tawny Reserve Porto.
And was it from the 1960s, Ken?
It doesn't have a date that I can find. Let me see if I can find.
Well, if it doesn't have a date, then it's definitely 1960s. I got it.
Yeah. It's got to be.
sure it is.
It's got to be the 60s. But you're going to need to have some dessert with this, obviously.
Yes,
that's a good
nice dessert wine today.
There you go.
Okay, so if you know the answer to the question, you're going to call Michelle at 336-389-4103. And in the audience, have your phones ready. You can also call in, okay? If you know the answer. Oh, yep.
Uh-oh.
The audience will not be able to participate today because we did this question for you when the show did not air. So you should already know the answer to the question.
They've forgotten. Y'all forgotten, I know.
Okay, the question is, for the TV audience, what pope became the first to visit the U.S. in 1965? What pope became the first to visit the U.S. in 1965? So you call Michelle at 336-389-4103 if you know the answer.
And you can be pouring this over some vanilla ice cream tonight.
There you go. You know, it's funny. I know we mentioned it 2 weeks ago when we tried, but I've already forgotten who it was.
Our audience has not forgotten. They all remember.
They're
Dave
too
doesn't
Yes.
forget. He's got a mind like a trap. He knows exactly what it is. So.
Oh. Oh, gosh.
So, Lisa, I just remembered that we forgot. So, we were at a conference back in May
Yes.
for our trade association for Leading Age, which was for North Carolina. And so we were there with, I don't know, what would you say, 500 other people roughly?
Probably. Yep.
500 or 600 people. And so River Landing, last year we won an award. River Landing won another award this
We
year.
did.
So
We did.
For our River Landing volunteers.
Yes.
And that's because of our meal packaging events. It's because of our association with the Children's Home Society.
Yep.
So it was really great that we got recognized again. And I
Right.
was supposed to bring the award down so I could display it for you all. So just imagine a nice glass award that
very
looks like
pretty
this.
award.
It says, "Congratulations, River Landing volunteers." And so maybe we'll remember to bring it to the next
Yes,
show.
and we'll take a picture of it and put it up on CareMerge.
Okay, let's
Now
do
that we've made the announcement today, we'll do that, and
Okay.
then we'll keep it, I believe we've been putting them out in the lobby area
Yeah, we
there.
have,
On
yeah.
the,
We'll put 'em
on the
out there, too.
counter, so, but we'll get a picture out to everybody so you can see it. And thank you all for volunteering, so we were able to win that award.
Yeah, that was pretty
So,
neat. I have to
yes,
admit, that was pretty
yes.
cool. So.
Okay, let's head to our normal updates, Tom.
Yes.
We always start with COVID.
We love talking about COVID.
Well, we don't
Just
really love
love
talking about it, but,
COVID.
but we have to.
We love when we're finished talking about
Well,
it.
yeah, right?
Yes, yes.
So I think everybody knows, if you don't, we did have a small outbreak in our Pebble Beach 1
Right,
home, and we had quite a few residents and staff that actually got it. What we're finding with this new strain is that it's very contagious.
Very contagious, yeah.
It's not really too potent, but it's very contagious.
and it kind of acts like allergies.
Kind of acts like allergies. I think the worst I've heard is that somebody could develop a little bit of pneumonia with it, which would be not good. But
Right.
you know, for the most part, it comes across more as allergies. So I know we tested Monday, and we didn't have any new cases on Monday. So that was the first time we haven't had any new cases in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So, you know, we're hoping, I think we're going to test again, I think it's either tomorrow or Friday. And then at some point here, we're hoping we're going to be all beyond that.
Right.
So, but.
And we were just asking folks to kind of limit visits, if you don't have to go over
Yeah,
there to Pebble
yeah.
Beach 1.
Yeah.
Just for a couple weeks
don't want
there
anybody
to,
we don't want anybody to get it, you
right,
know.
right.
The other thing is that the staff that all had it, it was mostly residents that got it, but there was several staff members too. All the staff members are back.
Yep.
Most of the residents have recovered from it that had it originally. I think we've got a couple that are, you know, that
Were
got
later,
it later
yeah,
that are still getting over it, that, you know, haven't gotten through that period, but
Yep.
we're almost through it again. So, you know, it's just an ugly reminder that, you know, that COVID is still around, unfortunately, but,
Yeah.
you know,
And that kind of leads into the next point. Just as a reminder, we do have the COVID boosters that we do here
Yeah.
on Wednesdays. So if you're interested in getting a booster, you just let Cindy know by the Monday before that Wednesday. So just give her a heads up that you'd like to do it. That way she gets you the consent paperwork, and you can be prepared when you go over to healthcare. They give the boosters every Wednesday, so.
yeah, I mean, so
Yep.
if you decide you want to get another,
Yep.
and you know, our suggestion has always been, talk to your doctor.
Right, right.
If you've already had what do they call it, the bivalent, I think, if you've already had that once, you know, let your doctor know, and, you know,
Right.
he or she might say, you know what, maybe you ought to go to get another
Sure,
one, and,
sure.
or they might say, you know what, you've had the one, you're good.
Right.
You know, we get a
don't wanna
lot
tell
of
ya.
back
Yeah,
information
yeah.
coming back and forth about what's right, what's not, so.
Yep.
You know, we're not going to try and tell you what to do, or we're going to just suggest that you talk to your
Right.
doctor about
And
it.
just know it's available here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, just an update on resident surveys. Those have been going very well, Tom. Those, the first group is the April, May, and June folks.
Yep.
So if you moved in during that time period, and I'd say we probably had around 80% fill out
Return?
surveys, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Some spouses just did one survey for both of them, and that's okay, but we give everybody the opportunity in a household to be able to fill out a survey, so that's gone over good.
I heard the other 20% went to the Woodstock event and were not able to fill out their survey.
Well, it could be. They had too many Herb's brownies.
Yes.
Yeah, herbs, brownies.
Yeah,
I
you
get
know,
it, I get it. So,
There's always next time.
oh, so
If you-
right,
If you didn't get any brownies, I think Lisa kept a nice little pile by her desk. She liked them very much, I think, because of right, Lisa, isn't that right? Did you-
yeah, I was giving away most of them though.
Yeah, that's
So,
true, you did
yep.
give away most of them.
By
too.
the end
That's
of the
what I tell
night.
people too.
Oh, yeah. But we're at the process now where we've gotten, like I said, most of the surveys in, so now it's looking for the trends, and we're beginning to set up action plans.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at right now, so,
And we got some very good suggestions from some residents. Some of the suggestions we've tried to act on pretty quickly. Other stuff takes a little bit more time to
Right,
kind of
right,
to work through.
right.
So,
Yep.
So yeah, I think it's been good. And there's, as always, there's sometimes there are going to be suggestions or issues or concerns that really we can't do anything about.
right,
You know,
right. Or they might be one or
I'm
two.
going to just tell you, if you have a problem with not being able to find something to eat in one of our restaurants, that's not our problem. That's really your problem, because we have so many restaurants here that.
We encourage you to check out multiple venues here and not just
Yeah.
go to one restaurant, because
Yeah.
then I would get it. You'd probably get sick of going just to one restaurant, but there are many options here, so we encourage you to try them all out.
Well, and that's why we have 5 restaurants here, is because the idea is for you not to get tired of eating in the same restaurant all the time. That's the way it would have been if we kept the original model, which is
Right.
really we only had one restaurant and we had the bistro. That was the original
We did.
model that we had.
Yep,
And so we went away from that so that we could get away from you getting tired of eating in the same place.
right.
Because, I would get tired of eating in the same place. I get tired of eating at home 365
Right.
days a year. So I didn't
But,
go out
but
of
you don't say it, do you?
You don't tell
no,
Sheila
I
that.
don't verbalize that to my wife. Because otherwise I won't eat at all.
see?
So,
Because you're living and breathing and sitting
That's
here. Yeah.
exactly right. So,
And that's also why we do the specials in every venue each
Yeah.
week as well,
Yeah.
is that just give some variety, because we know if you had to go to the same place, that would get old, so.
the other thing that we really appreciated was there was a lot of positive comments.
Oh,
a lot
yes.
of residents that pointed out particular staff members, which
Mm-hmm.
was really great. So, it was really appreciated being able to read, how much, some of our staff members just really have an impact on residents
Absolutely.
and what they do.
Yeah.
And, the hard part about that is we all know this, there are a lot of staff members that you all don't ever see on a day-to-day basis because they're behind the scenes. And they work just as hard as the people out in front, but you never see them. And we got great folks. We're very blessed. We have great folks in what I call the front of the house, which is the folks that you get a chance to see, and in the back of the house, which is the folks you don't typically get to see.
Yep.
We're very blessed with that.
Absolutely. I also wanted to kind of talk a little bit about public safety through our gatehouse system and through our system up front there. So as a reminder, if you have guests that are coming in and they don't have a fast pass, you want to let the gatehouse know that they're coming in. That way they get on the list for the day, and you can call in a couple days in advance. You can call in the day of. Just, at least be a couple hours before they come in would be great. Last minute, even if it's last minute, call up there just to give them a heads up. And you can also leave a message. So if you get an answering machine up at the gatehouse, which you're gonna do often because they're checking people in outside the gatehouse. So if that happens, they check those messages frequently. So feel comfortable doing that or sending the email, whichever way. If you don't do that for a guest that doesn't have a fast pass, then when they come in, security will have them come up to the gate there, then they will talk to them and ask who they're there to see. If they don't have them on the list, then they're gonna call you. So whoever they say they're coming to see, they're gonna call you to get permission. So just wanted to be able to put that protocol out there a little bit, just to remind folks of that. I think we've kind of got a little slack on that. So we need to kind of get back to that, and really, on our end too, we're gonna be enforcing that more.
Yeah, that was our protocol before.
Yes,
And
yeah.
honestly, during the end of COVID and other things, we kind of slid away from that a little bit. And
Yeah.
now we've had actually, that came out of the survey as
It
well.
did.
That
Yeah.
we need to go back to being a little bit more
Yeah.
stressing that policy. So
Right,
we're
right.
putting that back into
Yep.
place. So we're
Yep.
giving you a heads up that we're doing that.
So also, if you have those frequent guests, family members, visitors, encourage them to get the fast pass. They're only $10. Nice to be able to put that on your car so you have that. But just as a reminder, you can get those at the front desk. So you fill out a paperwork, and they'll get one to you very soon. It doesn't take long to process it.
Yeah, if you have family members that are coming on a regular basis, weekly or even a couple times a month,
Right.
it's worth getting the fast pass. They can just
Yeah.
put it on their car, like you all have on yours, and
Yeah.
just drive right on through then. That way,
Yeah.
they don't have to. It doesn't have to go through the front gate system at that point. So,
Yep.
would highly encourage you all
Yep.
to do that.
Absolutely.
So if they get tired of a family member coming to visit, can they revoke their fast
They
pass?
can.
Okay, great.
They would come to the desk and we would actually remove the access to that fast pass. So
We
you're
can.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes it gets so old, you know?
If you have like a brother or sister and they come to visit you and you end up not liking that brother or sister or something and you want to take away their fast pass,
You could.
you just need to let us know. We can deactivate it.
I can think
so.
of several cousins I would like to block.
Yeah,
from
we
that
would.
game.
We
could think
can
of a lot of
too.
them too for you.
Yes,
so.
yes, absolutely. We get it. Oh,
Now, some may not ever give their brother or sister a pass to
They
come
may
in
not.
to the community, but
oh. Okay, annual appeal. I know I've seen the thermometer out there. We've already started.
yeah, I think we're off to a great start.
Yeah.
And I think we put this out already, but we got great news because we have an anonymous donor that is going to be matching annual appeal gifts dollar for dollar up to $60,000.
That is
So
amazing.
It is.
That is
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
So if you haven't made your annual appeal gift and it's something that you have in your plans to do, I think it's really cool that you can now do that and you can make sure your gift is doubled then that way if you do that.
Right,
So
right. That's
it's a
awesome.
great thing. You know, speaking personally, I had procrastinated because usually I try and give something to the annual appeal early in the year, and I'm glad I did now because I just, once I found out that we were having this anonymous
Right.
donor do this, which is great, I just put my donation in, got it doubled. So,
Very cool.
it's amazing how much difference $10 versus $20 is. I mean, it's just great that way. So, I'm kidding. It's a little bit more than that, but still, you know what I mean, right?
Yes, absolutely. Oh,
The annual appeal is great, and
Yeah.
it's really worthwhile. You all know that the annual appeal is it's really that money goes towards helping those residents who can't pay for the full cost of their care. And so we've been doing this every year, except one. We've done it every year for 20 years here, and all of our sister communities do the same thing because the need is so great. Residents run out of funds, and that through no fault of their own, they run out of funds, and sometimes they just outlive their assets. And so it's great that residents are willing to help those other residents out without even knowing who they are. So
Right,
it's a
right.
good program.
very good. Let's see, the 20th anniversary events. So, well, first off, the car show was amazing.
That was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
It didn't get rained out, it's a big thing.
It did
Yeah,
not.
amen to that, right?
And we had the most cars ever. So that was good too.
Yeah. Yeah,
We had over 200.
We had well over 200 cars. There was a little bit of addition errors by some that we haven't quite figured out who was exactly correct in adding up how many cars that we had. Yours truly was in the middle of that, but we knew we had at least 200 cars here. Let's just put it that way. And so it was great. I mean, weather was perfect, I thought. It was interesting. The first couple hours, it was overcast. There was a little breeze blowing. It was perfect.
It was perfect.
And then that last hour, I don't know if any of you were out there during that last hour, the sun came out and it got humid and it got a little sweaty out
It
there.
did.
So,
It did.
Yep.
Yep. Especially for those folks that were working the hot dogs,
oh yeah.
which there's
Yeah.
a couple of the audience here.
Yeah.
So Tom, when do you think my 2015 Prius is going to become a classic?
Yeah. So, Ken, I don't know that it's ever going to become a classic, to be honest with
Really?
you. So, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of a muscle car, in a way. In a way,
I don't think we did it this year, but we've had to turn away cars sometimes before because
Yes.
they show up and they're like, yeah, that's
yeah,
not quite what
probably
we had in
not.
mind as far as our show goes.
yep.
We had somebody pull up one time on like a Pinto that was like the whole thing was like, yeah, it was Pinto would have been great, but it was like all like rusted out.
Yeah,
And, I
it-
think
it
there was
wasn't
only
a
3
show
tires
car.
on it, not 4. And, we're just like, yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it would get a lot of attention, but not quite the cars we're looking for.
Yep,
here.
yep.
So it was pretty funny. Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
it was, and that's the first time we've been able to do it in 5 years.
I know.
Last year's got rained out, and every year prior to that was either COVID or it was construction.
Right,
So,
right. Yep.
so maybe we can start a new trend where we
hope
can be
so,
doing it every year
yes.
for a while.
yeah, I'm going to get a Rambler instead of a Prius.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Those
Oh
are
my
real
gosh.
classic cars.
Two of the cool things though, there was a couple tractors there, and I was surprised how much attention the tractors were getting. I thought the tractors were pretty neat. So,
Sure, sure.
So
Very
yeah,
cool.
it was a great show.
And thank you to all the volunteers. Really, we can't
Yeah.
pull it off without everybody helping with
That is a
hot
true
dogs and
statement.
popcorn and registration and just everywhere. So thank you for that.
Yeah, because that's a big event, so it takes
It
a lot
is
of people to be able to do it.
Yes, yes.
So we didn't have enough staff to be able to handle all that, so we really count on our residents to help us. So thank
Yep.
you for that.
Woodstock party, we've talked a little bit already about that, but that went over super as well.
Yeah.
And a new event for us to try.
Yeah.
With having the bands up on the veranda and
Yeah.
being able to sit down below. I think the sound, we could hear it very well, so that
Yeah,
went pretty good.
We loved it. I mean, I thought
Yeah.
it was a great event.
Yep.
It was fun being able to walk along the masses of people, and there were big groups of people all the way
Yep.
up on the hillside and all the people standing by the food truck that we had. I think we got a little disappointed. One of our food trucks canceled at the last
They
minute.
did about an
and
hour
so-
before the festival.
Yeah, that didn't
Yep.
help us a whole
It
lot.
didn't.
But Pepe jumped in there and helped us out.
He
and,
did, he did.
So that was good, and yeah, I think the whole event was great. Obviously, if we had to do it over again, we talked about how we would
Yeah.
maybe do it a little bit differently, having two bands and having one band try and tear down while the other one's setting up.
Right.
In hindsight, that probably wasn't a smart idea because it just was.
It takes a lot
It takes
more
a lot more
time
time than what you think to be able
Yeah.
to set up and break
Yep.
down, and so
Yep.
that unfortunately for the second band, there was by the time they got a chance to start performing,
They
it
got
was
cut a
starting
little
to get
short, I
late,
think,
yeah.
so.
But
But we've
music
learned.
was great. The bands were great.
Yep.
I think it just was, and the atmosphere was just fun,
Absolutely.
festive.
It was great to see everybody. Okay, for June, we have disco night coming up. And so that will be a dance in the gym, and we'll have drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and other snacks. So that's the type of event that will be.
And I think John Travolta's coming to that, isn't he? Is that my understanding?
I don't,
He's coming to
I don't
the
know that
reverse
he is.
raffle.
Oh, he's coming to the reverse raffle. Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
but no, if he wants to come to the disco night, he can.
Okay, I will see if he can move up his schedule.
Okay.
And it's John Travolta Bob, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
Johnny, Bob.
yes.
All my relatives, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. They're all Bobs. Yeah.
But there'll be more information in the June Encompass, which Ariel, it will be her first one, and she's working really hard on it. So she's hoping to have that out before the end of the week. So
Yeah.
she's working on it fast, trying to get it out. But it'll be her first one. So thank you for your patience with us on that.
Lisa, while we're talking about that just a second, obviously we're saddened to see Sydney go, but, what a great opportunity
We're
for her.
excited for her too.
I mean,
Yes.
she gets to go to a sister community. We call, even though they're not technically a sister community, we call Friends Homes a sister community. And, for her to get this opportunity to go there, it's a great
Absolutely.
opportunity for
Yep.
her. And
Yep,
so
it is.
very proud of her and very happy for her. Sad for us, but very
Yep.
happy.
Yep.
And we know Ariel is very capable and
Very.
she's going to be great.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and we have, I don't know if you got that mentioned down here.
No, I don't. So go ahead.
So we have hired somebody to take Ariel's old spot.
We have, yes.
Allison,
Allison?
gosh,
Allison.
Crossman, I think it
Well,
is.
you've got a good memory.
Allison Crossman, I think is her name. And so she'll be starting next week.
June 1st, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's next week. So,
Yep.
and she's delightful. You'll like Alice. a lot,
Yes,
so.
yes, yep. We were very impressed with her and good administrative background and other
Mm-hmm.
wonderful skills. She has I think a bachelor's degree in psychology, so that fits in great here.
She does,
So
yeah.
we all could use her. So
I think Ken's already met her and wants to actually start seeing her on a regular basis.
so I think it was,
oh, no, I'm sorry. It's
We're
your
gonna meet up-
cousins. It's your cousins, not you. And that's what it was.
it was a benefit to the whole community. So,
Yes, yes.
so we're looking forward to her starting.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt that.
No,
but
no, that's great. Reverse raffle. We have that coming up June 23rd, and Ken, your cousin is
Yes.
emceeing that.
Yes, he
So is he excited?
He's very excited.
Okay.
He's very excited. He is quite the dancer.
Oh,
And
Okay.
And he's staying alive right now?
yeah, he's
Staying alive?
he's staying alive, yes.
oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's going to have a good turnout. We've already sold 160 tickets in the last
Whoa.
2 days.
160 in 2 days.
So if you have not gotten your ticket, you need to get it now.
Yes.
Don't miss out.
I would line up at Michelle's desk for the next hour here, and oh no, should I not tell him that, Michelle?
Probably not. Michelle's down here, so don't go right now.
Yeah, no, there's nobody up there. Don't do that. So.
Oh, but yep, very excited for that. And don't forget the table sign-up. So send one of your representatives to come sign up for a table. That way you can have your group of 8 at a table together. And that's on Friday, 10 o'clock, right here in the multipurpose room.
And I understand that John Travolta Bob was going to be assigning the tables. Is that correct, as far as where the tables sit?
I don't think so.
Is that right?
I haven't told him about that. As long as there's room to dance, he doesn't care.
Oh, okay. Very good. All right.
There you go.
He wants to dance with the ladies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, his favorite song is Ladies' Night.
Oh, yes, that's a good song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you can order on CareMerge, or you can fill out the flyer that was in your box and turn that into the front desk. Or Michelle. Either way.
Do it soon.
Do it soon.
I bet by the
Yes.
beginning of next week, they may all be gone.
Last reverse raffle, we were sold out in 2 weeks, right? So I would go ahead and get your ticket as soon as you can. Okay, Memorial Day. There will be a Memorial Day program right here in the multipurpose room. The River Landing Chorus is going to be doing a program for us, 3 o'clock. So check that out. And of course, all the dining venues do their memorial picnic lunch that day.
That's right.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, all the fixings, all the good stuff. And also the clinic and healthcare bistro will be closed on Memorial Day. So just as reminders for that. Some other announcements. Our intern from UNCG with cybersecurity, Brian Council. A lot of you probably have already met him. He did a presentation, I believe, last week. So on our last Churns, we were going to introduce him, but that didn't work out like that. So you all have probably already seen him, but he's going to be doing cybersecurity workshops and other educational programs for us, and he will have office hours set up where you can sign up for a half-hour appointments as well to help with personal items related to your cell phones, your iPads, laptops, things like that.
Yeah.
So,
Brian's a great guy. You know, it's funny. For a 22-year-old, he represents himself like a 40-year-old,
he
I
does.
think.
He's very mature.
He's very mature
Yes.
and very well
Yes.
spoken.
Yes.
And I really have already really liked what he's started doing here as an intern. So I think it's going to be a blessing for the residents. You know, from not just from a cybersecurity situation, but you know, for scams and things like
Right,
that. I
right.
think he's kind of gearing some things towards a
He
lot of that as well.
He is. Yep.
Even coming up, maybe with this idea, maybe we're a little soon in talking about it, but he wants to come up with some sort of magnet that we could give out to the residents that would give some information about different
some
types of
general
scams
things,
and
yep.
some general things to do
Yep.
if you feel like you may be
Yep.
being scammed or to be thinking about as you get if you get phone calls or
Mm-hmm.
phishing scams or whatever the case may be. So he's got some really good ideas.
Yeah, he does. So the June Encompass will outline all the different workshops he has coming up as well. So he's doing a lot of them. And he's
Yeah.
breaking it down into different tiers
Yeah.
based on knowledge base. So be watching for that and pick the one that fits best with your technology category.
Yeah, I would encourage you all to come. I think he's
Yep.
got a lot of knowledge and a lot of information.
Absolutely.
To sort of create some balance there,
Yes.
as an older person, I'm trying to present more like a 17-year-old.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. All right. So he's
Just so
going
we-
one way, you're going the other way.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
the idea? I got it. I got it. So.
Okay, putting a plug in for the River Landing Creative Writing Competition. It is open. It was in the May Encompass, and it will also be in the June Encompass. So submissions, they will accept submissions until June 30th. All the details are in the Encompass, so I won't go through all of that. Also on CareMerge. Entries are already coming in, so start polishing yours. If you have any questions, you're going to contact Competition Administrator Walt Pilcher, one of our residents here. So good luck with that. And,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we can mention it.
Okay.
So we also have on our list, and you know, everybody's probably going to groan about this a little bit, but you know, our fiscal year runs from October 1 to September 30th as an organization. And so guess what time it's starting to be for us? It's budget time.
budget
so we're
time.
starting to work through our budget creation process for this next fiscal year, which will start October 1st. And so we've already been, our corporate team has already been setting us out timelines and guidelines and
All
everything
that good
else about
stuff.
how we're
Yep.
going to start working on this budget process. So
And start talking to vendors to find out
yeah, what kind of price increases we're going to
prices
see
and all that kind of
different
stuff.
things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
They help us with that process.
yeah, you know, and I'll just one note about that. You know, inflation is going to be the hardest thing right now about that. I think from a wage standpoint, you know, the last couple of years we've been working on our wages for staff members, trying to be super competitive in the market so we can get people. I don't see that as being a huge problem this year as what we have in the past. So that'll be good.
Right, right.
But inflation is, you know, cost of food, cost of everything has gone up. If you all go to the grocery stores, you know that. So, so that'll play a little bit into our budget process this year. And we also know insurance has gone up crazy.
Utilities.
Yeah, utilities, insurance, they've gone up as well. So, you know, it's just typical, normal budgeting type stuff.
That's
You know,
right.
you do that in your homes for your own budget purposes, and we have to do that on a larger scale for
Yep.
the River Landing and really for Bright Spire in general. Okay,
Okay.
are we down to?
We're there.
I have
Are we
some,
down to Ken?
I have some cartoons,
We're
including some
to-
that I had for Mother's Day.
What? Oh,
Well, yeah,
that-
we didn't have our show.
well, that's okay. That'd be fun
Okay.
still to
Yeah.
listen to or look at them.
So laughing at your mistakes can lengthen your life, and laughing at your wife's mistakes can shorten it. This is true. That came from a guy that sits up on a mountain and just thinks about stuff.
He's not married, right?
Right.
Or he was married.
I'm a grandpa now, so I like this one. Grandpas are there to help children get into the mischief that they haven't thought of yet.
That is a true statement.
I've got some ideas. I really do. I really do.
I've been accused of that, even though I'm not a grandpa. I've been accused of that as being an uncle. I
Yeah,
can do that too. So
I found this for sale, bought in error. I live at 4-5. Now, see, if you buy from Amazon, this isn't a problem, because if they send you the wrong thing like this, you can just return it. Some people are good at math and some people aren't, right? A wise man once told his wife, nothing, because he was a wise man.
That's good.
that is good.
I said to my wife this morning, why do we always argue about everything? And she replied, well, if I agreed with you, then we'd both be wrong.
Oh, yes. That's good.
Now, I'm just going to say this. You better, for Father's Day, have some good ones
Yeah,
the other
of
way,
course,
right?
of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, this is kind of a comeback right here.
Okay.
Oh,
How women exaggerate what happens to them when men leave the toilet seat up. Yeah, that doesn't actually happen, see? Oh, I like this one. I hate spelling errors. You mix up 2 letters and your whole post is urine. Just 2 letters. Yeah. I like older women because they've gotten used to life's disappointments, which means they're ready for me. Just got an emotional support animal. It's a pig. Not the whole pig. Okay, it's bacon. That's a kind of emotional support, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of brownies, this one's about gummies. I tried one of those gummies last night, didn't feel anything. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but that's a guy standing on a pool table with his putter. But he didn't feel anything. And I'm gonna have to pass this next one along to Joseph. Why am I just learning about this? Pancake-coated bacon strips.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of that?
No,
I think I want to try that.
never even thought of that.
I know. I think I'm going to try that.
That looks good.
Yeah, it does. One big difference between men and women is that if a woman says, smell this, it usually smells nice. That's just one of the many differences, I have to say.
Yeah,
Just
that's a
one.
big difference, I would say.
And then a joke for the wine drinkers. By drinking 130 bottles of wine, you could save a bird. So our bird club could start a new sort of avenue
They
of
could.
how to do birdhouses.
That's great.
My friend said he didn't understand cloning. I said, that makes two of us. All right. We don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing.
True.
That's
That
true.
is
Isn't
true.
that good?
Yep.
That's true.
And now my Mother's Day cartoon. See, I told you. That's how she does it. Happy Mother's Day to super moms everywhere.
There you go.
That's awesome. Those were good.
Yeah, those
yes.
were good, weren't they?
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah, that was neat.
Only 130 bottles of wine to build a birdhouse. Start today.
That must be a huge birdhouse, though, right? You think about 130 bottles like that? I mean,
Yeah. Corks.
Corks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, they're cork. It's the
Yeah.
cork.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to say, I obviously didn't see what I thought I saw there.
Just the corks.
Okay. Wait a minute now. They don't even put corks in the bottles of wine anymore. What if you?
Well, there's one in this one.
Is there?
Yeah, I think so. That's not a. Yeah.
It's not a cap?
No, that's not a cap.
Oh, then that's a special bottle of wine.
Yeah.
It's not a twist top.
The good ones have corks. Yeah. You got to find your corkscrew though if you get one of those.
Takes a little more effort.
Yeah, it does. It does. But
All
then
right.
but then you can take the cork out and go, smell this.
Yeah.
Ooh,
At least a woman would say that because it smells good.
because it
yeah.
smells good.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
we're
right.
down to the trivia winner.
And we have a winner.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Okay. So, the question was, what pope became the first to visit the U.S. in 1965? And the answer is Pope Paul VI. Pope Paul VI. So,
Okay.
the winner is Jim Morris.
Oh,
So
very
thank
good.
you for watching us today and participating. So I think we had several people call in, didn't we, Michelle? So this was a good trivia question.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Well, I think we're still trying to rest up a little bit from our events, but
Yes.
they keep coming.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Great things to come.
And after June, we have July. We have
Every year.
the Mardi Gras. Yeah, every year.
After
We're going to have a
June, July-
Margaritaville
We have a
party.
Margaritaville party,
Yeah.
and then we have the big one's going to be in September.
Right, right.
'Cause I think we're
We're
going
going
to
to
do
end with a big party.
big like dinner outside
Right.
and
Yeah.
finish with fireworks.
Yes.
On that.
That'll be a fun.
Yeah, that'll
be
be
a
a
fun
good-
way to end. Yeah.
Be a good way to end our 20th anniversary.
And then
know-
we start heading into the holiday time.
I know, right? Well, it's a little premature there,
Just
but
goes that
still.
quick.
But
Yep.
you know, gosh, it's been so much fun with the 20th. What are we going to do for our 25th when we get there?
I don't know. We're going to have to think of something
Kinda
really
hard to beat What
good.
we've done this year. What we've
Yep.
done this year. So
I don't think we're going to have fireworks for the reverse raffle.
No.
Yeah, because it might turn into a disco inferno.
Yes, it might. I don't know if Travolta Bob gets going there. It might be an inferno, that's for sure. All right. Well,
Okay.
we hope you all are, enjoying the weather, and it's been kind of very comfortable in the morning. I don't know about the rest of you. I open up my back door in the morning and let a lot of that cool air come in.
yeah.
It's just
Yep.
it's been very nice.
It has.
Yeah, it's been colder almost, it seems like. Then it warms up pretty nice during the day, but
Yep.
We're actually getting like a somewhat more of a spring this year than.
Right.
It seems like every year, I don't know about the rest of you, it feels like to me like sometimes we just go right from winter right into summer. So we feel like we've had
That's
a little bit
true.
more of the springtime weather this year. And what was it, Sunday was gorgeous. I mean, Sunday was a beautiful day. So
Yep,
enjoy
it
the weather,
was,
enjoy
it
your time
was.
here, enjoy your time outside. You know, as always, you know, we love having you all here, love having you as part of our family. And so thank you for choosing River Landing as your home. And you know, just thank you for being such great residents and for just, you know, creating such a great culture here at River Landing. So thank you for all that. We love you. Enjoy. Talk to you soon. See you next time. No. No, I told Lisa.
No, we're still.